It has been a very, very busy time for me. Happy to see you guys. Throw me a number one in the chat and just blow me up. Give me a roll call. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Johnny Cologne? Let's see, Mike Gonzo, Strata 1942. What's up, Paul? Paul Garcia. Happy to see all you guys. It's been a minute. Yeah, thanks, guys. Been so busy. It's unbelievable. Hustling hard. Want to talk today about how to not participate in a recession. First of all, hey, what's up, Paul? So, how many of you people out there think that we are not in a recession? First of all, we've been in a recession for like 10 months, in my opinion. Are you just totally blown up, like you're not affected or nobody you know is affected? Because I'm going to tell you, I deal with a lot of businesses, and a lot of businesses are suffering right now. They are suffering really hard. And I want to share with you how to not participate in a recession. It's important. It's important on a bunch of reasons, right? Like, I've got businesses. I have Scientific Wrestling. I have Mace Bell. I have No1 Coaching, Rev Engine, Gate Master. I have like all these companies, man. I want them to win. So how do you actually thrive in an economic downturn or a recession, right? So we all remember the last recession, the Great Recession, 2008. By the way, I turned 50 this weekend. I appreciate you guys, but yeah, it's craziness right there. Throw me a number one in the chat. I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm here to help you if you have questions. Are you suffering from the recession right now? Are you getting hammered by all this nonsense, right? That's what I want to know. So let's see who we got in the chat. Close. I got some people. Facebook user. I don't know who this is. Definitely feeling the hurt. Let's see who we got here. Brad Crook. I'm here. What's up, dude? Keith, yo, what's up, bro? So how many of you guys are responsible? Like, you have a solopreneur gig, young Steezy 445. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be back on here tomorrow. But yeah, man, 50. Can you believe that? I'm going to be 50. I can't believe it. I still feel like maybe 29, 30. I put some serious mileage on this body, though, unfortunately. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about this, right? For me, the only recession that I'm suffering from is on top of my head. And that's how it should be for you. Okay? But how do you get yourself out of this, right? How do like, jokes aside, let's get down to brass tacks. In the face of an economic recession, you need three things. You need, one, a sense of humor. Two, a sense of purpose. And three, a sense of money. So let's get all our mindset checked here, right? Do you have a sense of humor? I mean, I know you're getting hammered. You might not have money for the rent. Like, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. All right. What's up, Keith? Yeah, I see you. There's another Facebook user saying definitely feeling the hurt. Maybe that's you. I don't know why that didn't show your name. Anyway, sense of humor, sense of purpose, and a sense of money. So let's go all over this, right? Money. What's a sense of money? You know what a sense of purpose is. Oh, Howie. Yeah, what's up? Here, let me throw this up. Howie, between gas, groceries, expendables, and my shop prices are going up, so I have to raise my prices, but everyone is feeling the hurt and don't want to pay higher prices, right? So, yeah, man, this is what happened. Right now, if you understand how the economy works, money is expensive because that's what interest is. Interest is the price of renting money, okay? I don't know if you ever thought of it that way, but that's what it is. So I want to go and I want to rent some money. They give me, like, renting a house, and I have to pay for using that house or using that money. The interest is the rent. That's what's due, right? Well, there's a couple challenges here. I don't know the statistic perfectly, but something like 67% of American households are living paycheck to paycheck. That's a problem. So what that means is most people are on their credit cards and they're maxing out. Okay, so all these credit cards are getting full. And then on top of that, they got higher interest rates because they're adjustable APR. The rate is adjustable. So as the Federal Reserve, Mr. Powell over at the Federal Reserve, raises rates, then you have to pay more for the money that you're renting. Does that make sense? Okay, so we got some comments here on Instagram. Young Steezy, ye money dat bag, something. Okay, I don't know. I don't speak. I kind of understand what you're saying. I don't know, though, what your real point is there. Let's see. We got, oh, hey, what's up, Brad? Good to see you, man. Vision Quest podcast. I was just on there. Great one. Young Steezy 445. The government be taxing mad. Yeah, dude. Well, tax. So now your biggest expense is tax. And they just hired like 80,000 new IRS agents to come after you to get that. So you're getting squeezed on every side. Most of it is government caused. I mean, I don't even know if that's really that much of a controversial statement to say. What is odd to me is how much you just endure it. Now, this is how you endure it. I told you once, a sense of humor. You got to have a sense of humor first. You got to get your head right. Okay. Number two, you got to have a sense of purpose. Do you have a purpose? What is your purpose? My purpose is to help as many people as I possibly can get out of poverty and to improve their lives, whether it be through financial literacy, entrepreneurial literacy, or even grappling literacy. So Jason Reindell says, if your biggest expense is tax, you have a large issue. I'm just telling you that's for the most Americans. Not for me personally. I have an accountant and a CPA, and we do our best to minimize our tax exposure legally through write-offs but that's a whole cottage industry that exists only because of the tax structure. But what Howie was talking about also was that prices are increasing. So this is all manipulations. We're all suffering the reverb, the aftershocks from lockdown policies still. Okay, they nuked small businesses. It's like half of small businesses closing to never reopen. It was a nuke. Now Americans are great and they come back, but small business like that is 99% of the economy. So it's a real problem. Now, the thing is what are you going to do once you have a good sense of humor and you have a sense of purpose? Like you're going to do something and you want to really make something. What are you going to do? Well, you've got to have a sense of money. Okay. And what do I mean? So money is the easiest way to think about this is money is people. Okay. Like the old Soylent Green movie. It's people. Money is people. So if I took Elon Musk and put him on a deserted island and he had billions of dollars, it won't do him any good. He'll be sitting there scrounging coconuts and trying to get some fish like everybody else would. Because his $1 billion, it's only effective with people. So people and money are almost synonymous. Okay. So all that does is help you live. Because here's something, man. No man is an island. I don't know why I'm on all these island metaphors right now. But no man is an island. Okay. So you've got to figure out how to connect with as many people as possible. Look what I'm doing here. But I'm going live. I'm streaming to like 10 different Facebook pages that I have, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. I'm hitting every single one of them. Okay. So you've got to be able to connect with as many people as possible. So if I'm talking about how this connects to purpose, how many Like, well, let's say your goal is to hit $10,000 this month because, for your business or whatever. Let's say it's $100,000. I'm just picking an arbitrary number. Once you pick that number, don't reduce it. Don't retreat. Stay with that number. Okay. Now you have to figure out, how do I get there? So you can do the millionaire math. This is what Grant Cardone calls millionaire math. It's a brilliant, simple thing to do. He didn't invent it, but he's really is trying to give people financial literacy. So if I have millionaire math and I have a target of $10,000 a month, what is my price point? If I sell something for $1,000, I need to sell it to 10 people, right? If I sell something for $100, I need to sell it to 100 people. If I sell something for $10, I need 1,000 people. If I have a $10,000 product, I only need one. So that is your first thing, is you need to figure out, how many people do you need to hit, and how do you do that? Okay, so the thing is we're going to set a target and we're not going to retreat from it. Does that make sense? Give me a number one in the chat if you're following me, if you're tracking. Okay, you got to set a target. Young Steezy's giving me a yes. All right. So you got to set this target. Now you have to go and find the leads. What is a lead? A lead is somebody that can spend money with you, but hasn't yet. And technically, honestly, there could be people who already spent money with you and will spend money again. But that's a client, and then you're going to resell that client, which is fantastic. But I'm assuming that you don't have any, okay, to begin with. So what do you do? What do you do? Thanks, Johnny Cologne. Give me a number one. You have to go out and meet as many people as possible. As many people as possible. This right here, across all my social media, I have maybe 100,000 people. Now, I post. In fact, it's not me. I have it automated. This is part of what I do. If you need help with this stuff, dude, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm a 10X elite business coach with Grant, handpicked, very, very grateful and excited about that because of my ability the ability it gives me to help people. So Young Steezy says, make connections. Yes, as many as you can. And remember, we're trying to do business here. I tell this to my clients all the time. You can either be rich or you can be right. Now, you have to be ethical at all times, but you don't have to be right all the time. Do you understand the difference? Because when you're more concerned with being right, you're going to get into disagreements. Okay? Why is that a problem? Because they're called business agreements, not business disagreements. You want business disagreements, get an attorney involved with a contract or an agreement you already have, and it'll go to crap. Okay? But we're not interested in that. We want to enter into agreements, into contracts. What is it they always say? Contacts are contracts. So what you have to do is figure out, okay, I know what I do. So let's say that you're a handyman. Okay? You're a handyman. How can I reach as many people as possible? Well, one, I probably need to get on Thumbtack. Two, I probably need to be marketing on social media, sharing what I do, the craftsmanship, that kind of thing. I need to be making phone calls. I need to be asking people that I talk to, hey, who do you know that needs some help, man? Like in Colorado, we've had record rains. I know that there's going to be people like me that need restoration in the basement because it flooded. So, but you're not going to find that unless you're talking to people. Does that make sense? So, one, you need to have a sense of humor. Two, you got to have a sense of purpose. Three, you got to have a sense of money. Okay? That purpose should be a target, a sales target, a dollar amount. If you don't measure it, it won't get massive. You've got to start. It's like anything. Venus and Serena Williams, they track the metrics on their game so they can find holes and improve. That's the whole thing that you're doing with money as well. You want to track what the performance is. So the first thing is, after getting a sense of humor, after getting a sense of purpose, after getting a sense of money, is we set that target. So again, you're a handyman. This is just hypothetical. We're role playing. You're a handyman, $10,000. How do we do it? Well, if my average ticket when I help somebody is $500, okay, that means I need to see. Well, let's see. If my average ticket is $100 and I got 10,000 clients, dude, I need to see 100 clients. So if my average ticket is $500, I need to see 50. Does this make sense? So now how do I get those 50? Like I'm saying, you can do this kind of thing. Why do I go live? Because it pops up. Your normal posts, which are important because they show when people scroll, but a lot of you guys are joining me because there was a notification. Hey, Jake's streaming. You see, this is why you do these things. And now we're talking and I'm pitching you on how can I help you? Right? Okay. So anyway, you're a handyman. Now you're doing the marketing, which is getting awareness of what you do to the world. That's what marketing is trying to find the people that will become clients. So marketing is finding that, and then sales is converting those people into actual paying customers that you can help. And then they help you. It's a win-win situation, ideally, right? Okay, so prospecting. You've got to get out there. You've got to join networking groups. You've got to go and actually talk to people. Even if you're not an extrovert, it doesn't matter. You may not be a hunter, but if you're hungry, you got to become one. Does this make sense? So you got to get over whatever issue you have and stop with all the bull, all the excuses, and get out there and talk about what you do and ask for money for it. Does it make sense? You're going to be in a way better situation doing that than instead of asking money for, hey, you're homeless and I'll wash your windshield. It's when are you going to do it? So the key here to not participating in the recession is first your mindset. You got to say, I'm going to fight and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And even if I'm an introvert, that means I'm going to go out and I'm going to meet people. Okay? It's like expecting to just meet your dream girl sitting on the couch playing Call of Duty. It ain't going to happen, bro. You're not going to do that. What you're going to end up with is, what's that song by the Atlantic Rhythm Section? An imaginary lover. You're going to be one of these nerds with an AI girlfriend and paying for it. And I mean, it's like ridiculous. So you've got to get out into the world. You've got to do it. Okay. So think of a recession a little bit like dating, man. This girl ain't going to walk in. Okay. I mean, that only happens in like stupid romantic comedies. You got to get out with people. Okay. So I hope that's helpful to you guys. So the other thing is you got to start learning to think like an investor. Okay. Think like an investor. When when the economy takes a crap, they tell you this all the time, and it needs to be tattooed on your brain. Buy low and sell high. All these people just got hammered buying houses at the top of the market. And now things have been totally stagnated because the Federal Reserve raised the interest rates. You want to buy when things are low. So now, honestly, now would be a good time. People are freaking out. They're like, well, I ain't going to buy a house. Interest rates are too. I'm going to wait till they come down. Well, when interest rates come down is when everybody's going to buy. Supply and demand. Supply stays the same. Demand goes up because rates go down. The prices of houses are going to go up. They're frozen right now. But you're going to pay for the interest rate. But guess what? You can refi and get a lower rate as the rates come back down. And now you got it at the best price, the low price. Does that make sense? So, guys, you got to stay positive. You got to stay aggressive, and you got to keep hustling. That's just the deal, man. And even if you have a job, having a job is like the biggest illusion of security. Why do I say that? Because having a job, you're actually removed from seeing what the revenues are. You only find out the revenues are bad when you get the pink slip. And then it's like, oh crap, I got to go find another job, and everybody else is out doing that. Right? So you need to get on your own economy. Your own economy. I've got 3 different businesses that I run right now. Okay? I have Scientific Wrestling. By the way, early bird special is ending. You do not want to miss out. Okay? Figure it out. King Mo, Josh Barnett, Wade Chalice, Brandon Ruiz, myself, and all the elite scientific wrestling coaches. Harry Smith is an elite scientific wrestling coach. Dude, this camp will absolutely 100% change your game. We've been the guys weaponizing wrestling since 2003. Okay? Taking wrestling, this hybrid wrestling concept, this old school Pancras, Karl Gotch idea of hybrid wrestling, taking everything and putting it in, but with the base of wrestling. You feel me? You got to get to these camps. Now, there's a couple ways. You sign up before early birds, which is August 1st, dude. Hey, do it. It's my birthday. Do it for me. If you ain't going to do it for you, trust me, for my birthday, I want to improve your wrestling and your grappling and your mixed martial arts pass and your pro wrestling. This thing applies in so many different ways. I want to blow it up. Come to camp. Go look at the offer, man. CoachingCatch.com. That's where we call them an accelerator camp. The registration page is called CoachingCatch.com. Dude, the other thing is you could be set up on a coaching track to actually earn money as a scientific wrestling coach. If you're real smart, you sign up. You sign up before early bird, get 15%. If you're real smart, you sign up. J-Hose planned. Man, this is the best page of martial arts. Thank you so much. Hey, dude, thank you. I appreciate the comment. Listen, you go and you can sign up before August 1st, save 15%. You sign up with the season pass, scientificwrestling.com/season pass. You'll save 30%. And that will be enough camps to get you to either assistant coach, or if you're already close to assistant coach, get you close to full coach. It takes 10 camps. That season pass is good for 10 camps. And you save 30%. Super smart. Okay. Young Steezy 445. No lie. I only got boxing experience, which is great. But I'm trying to take it to the next level and learn how to wrestle. Show up to camp, dude. Coach and Catch. CoachingCatch.com. You will love it, dude. Absolutely love it. The smartest play, of course, is if you actually do already own a gym or you want to somehow become an affiliate. Otherwise, go to the scientificwrestler.com, wrestler, not wrestling, scientificwrestler.com and become an affiliate. You get tuition for 2 completely all the way to full coach. An insane deal, dude. Insane deal. But guys, you've got to start. The number 1 rule of success, Grant always will tell you, is show up. Show up. Get in the room. Figure it out. Make the sacrifice. Go start a paper route. Go donate blood. Take it out on your credit card. It's the only way you're going to get ahead. If you're already broke, the only way you're going to get money is get into the room with people that actually can help you do that. Right? Young Steezy 445, where are you guys at? I'm in Denver. The tour for Scientific Wrestling goes all over the United States. We are in 8 North American cities. We've toured international several times, but to be honest, this lockdown thing and all these vaccine passport crap is kind of thrown a bit of a wrench in the work. But we have 3 international affiliates as well. We have our first UK affiliate, and we have an Italian affiliate, and we have an affiliate in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, scientificwrestlingcanada.com, as well as all our affiliates in the United States, going from Orlando all the way out to San Diego, Arizona, Oklahoma, Colorado, Louisiana. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but anyway, you guys get it. So, guys, that if you're in the fight game business, that's a way to invest in yourself. in your skills to go make money. Okay. That's just if you're in the fight game. Now, if you're in business, which I love, man, there's the two greatest forms of personal development, in my opinion, are wrestling and entrepreneurship. You'll learn so much about yourself. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm working on something right now with Wade Chalice, a close friend of mine, who's been with Scientific Wrestling since like 2003, 2004 maybe. We're working on something. It's gonna be big. I'll just tell you the name. It's called the Chalice Black Belt. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. The Chalice Black Belt. So not all black belts are created equal. We've seen this. This is a wrestling-based grappling black belt. Basically, can you imagine getting a black belt in wrestling and have it ranked because it's with Wade Chalice? So we are really, honestly, the greatest thing going. We've got the only catch-can curriculum endorsed by Billy Robinson and co-developed by Billy Robinson. The only rule set co-developed by Carl Gotch. And now we're going to add on to that the folk style wizardry of Mr. Chalice. So very proud of all the things we have going, and super stoked on all you guys that support us. Appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you guys into the season. Young Steezy, give me 2 years, coach. I got you. What you got? You did 2 years, man. You get hit by a bus tomorrow. Sign up right now, man. Telling you, you got to show up. That's how it happened for me. And that's what I actually like about this black belt. Like I ended up, when I was young and could do wrestling in high school, I ended up getting cancer, and it really put me out. And, but nonetheless, I've been obsessed with wrestling since I was 5 years old, or 4, maybe 1977. So I think I was 4. Oh, that's a long time. That's like 45 years. But I never won a big tournament. But guess what? How many black belts never won a big tournament? And there's still a black belt, because the black belt doesn't necessarily represent that. It represents skill, time in, devotion, and your ability to help other people. Fair? Any affiliates in and around the Parker area? The closest one that we have is in Aurora. We have Vern Earwood's gym it's V10 MMA. Now that's they don't do a lot of grappling. That's a specific MMA gym. Now, obviously wrestling is the biggest predictor of champions in MMA. So you see why there's the connection, but that's not a grappling gym. Just so you know, this is a fight gym to get booked on MMA fights, right? So just to set your expectations on what to expect there. But guys, the other thing that you can do is you need to learn how to sell. I am curious if you guys are interested in learning sales and marketing. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have never started a business, have never done any of that. I have a course library that is the greatest course library on marketing and sales the world has ever seen. It's responsible for billions and billions of dollars of transactions. I can get you access to that. It's like $100 a month, but it's a real learning management system. It's a course, it's a class. It's called Cardone University. There's like 8,000 different videos and courses, certifications in there. You can add them to your LinkedIn. So guys, if I can help you with any of that, I'm a bounce here because I've got more stuff to do. It's been so crazy around here. But that's how you really don't participate in the recession. You've got all the things that I've said in this talk. You've got to have a sense of humor, sense of purpose, sense of money. You got to set high targets. You've got to start prospecting and reaching out to as many people as you can. But you need to be ruthless with your time. You got to start thinking about revenue producing activities. What am I actually, is Call of Duty, is playing Fortnite, is that producing revenue for you? Is watching Pornhub, is that producing revenue for you? Is scrolling through Netflix, is that producing revenue for you? If it's not, stop bitching and get going. You got to get going on this shit. You got to learn it. You got to figure it out. Where are you spending your time? That is, your life is your responsibility. You could sit there and try to blame everybody you want, but that ain't going to help you. What's going to help you is yourself, and you got to do it. Young Steezy, appreciate you, coach, giving that money talk. Dude, here's the thing, man. None of this is going to happen without money. I run a wrestling business. If you guys don't have money, I don't have a business. This isn't charity. This isn't socialism. I provide a value. It's, these camps with King Mo, Josh Barnett, Wade Schaus, 12 hours of training over 2 days. If you're serious about what you're doing, and that's worth more than $250 or $377, whatever price point you come in, then you're stoked. You're like, dude, I got that for a steal, man. Normally that kind of training, if I were to get that, would be thousands of dollars. But it's a win-win. That's what markets are about. So I think this is how he says, yes, sales and marketing is a weakness of mine. I end up lowballing myself out of desperation, end up screwing myself over. So I told you, set your target and don't reduce your target. I know that you're a martial artist, but the thing is you're not a coward on the mat, but you're being a coward in business. Well, how's it different? How's it different? You and I can't anymore because of my carotid, but you and I square off on the mat. I'm going to try to win. If I lose, it is because I'm being desperate, right? I'm screwing myself over, panicking. It's because when it comes to grappling, it's fun. But it's not fun at first when you get your ass kicked. But eventually, after you learn, you do. It's the same thing with business. You've got to get out there. You got to learn how to sell. You got to learn how to negotiate. You got to learn what your value is. You got to do market research. You need to this is the biggest problem with entrepreneurs. They're too obsessed with their service or their product, product development and not business development. It's that simple. You don't know what you're doing in business. You may be the greatest car wash detail guy on the planet. Awesome. If nobody knows, then you're on welfare. You've got to get out there and figure out sales and marketing. That's what I do. If I could reach through, grab you and force you to do it, I probably would, because I know it's better for you. Because I've gone through this. There was a time I didn't know these things and I was suffering, and I'm trying to help you guys. But this ain't slavery. This ain't public school where I forced you to do your homework, little baby. You have to get fucking off the goddamn couch and go. You have to do this. I will help you. I ain't going to do it for free because I got 3 kids that go to private school. You know what I mean? But it's a win-win. If you don't start investing in yourself, investing time, investing money, nobody else is, and it's your fault. Dude, it's just the truth. This is the truth. And you don't like it? Tough titty. Figure it out. I'm here to help you, though. But I ain't going to do it for you. I will show you what to do. That's what a coach does. That's why I don't win the gold. My clients do. Does it make sense? Howie says, you rock, coach. I'm a grappler, but I need to place the same focus I do on the mat on my woodworking business. You're right. I know I'm right. But I'm glad that you're seeing that. Okay? Because it's all about humans. And you just got to change your attitude. You got to change your mindset. Sense of humor, sense of purpose, sense of money. Get on the business development side. Stop trying to be the best landscaper. That's cool. You want to be good. You want to be great. But dude, it ain't going to matter if you don't have business. If you don't have clients, you got to learn how to get referrals. You got to pick up the phone and cold call. You got to know how to message people on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. You need to know how to negotiate. You need to know when somebody's bullshit. You need to know your product. Here's another problem. You guys aren't sold on what you're doing enough. I told you, if I could force you to improve yourself, I would, but that violates my ethical system. But I would. I'd reach right through. I'd freaking grab you and I'd be like, freaking do this. But I can't. Because, why would I do that? Because I know that I'm right. I know that I will improve your life. I know that the initial like butthurt of me grabbing you and telling you to do this, that initial butthurt will eventually turn into massive amounts of gratitude because now I taught a man how to fish instead of giving a man a fish. Does that make sense? So, I mean, I hope this is useful for you guys. Reach out to me. You can hit me up in the DMs. You can message me. You can send a message on here. I will follow up because that's what you have to do. How many people here, Nature Manscaped, teach people boxing instead of nut rubbing? Okay, whatever, dude. I can see where your mind's at, man. Get your fucking balls out of your hand. So anyway, dude, like, let's go. I am here to help you. I love wrestling. Like I said, I think it's the greatest form of personal development. There is something, I wrote this whole book called Sportify, which is basically like gamification. Gamification is this idea of taking game elements from games, video games, and applying them in a business context. So like points, leaderboards, things that you see like getting flight mileage points and that kind of thing. You gamify it. Credit cards, everybody's doing gamification now. Problem with gamification is it's all external motivation, no internal. The difference between a game and a sport is that the game, they're very similar. They're contests. But a sport is actually physical and there's coaching. That's those two things, getting physical, getting involved physically with it, doing stuff, taking action instead of your thumbs or Yahtzee or some shit, in taking action and having somebody who gives a crap follow you up on accountability, follow you up on focus, and give you advice and a sounding board. So you're not you might be one of these people that suffers from shiny object syndrome. You're so desperate for money, you jump from one thing to another and you never finish any of it. It's a problem, right? But that's what I love about wrestling, right? Is that it's not all external rewards. Yeah, sure, people get gold belts when they win things, but that is the vast minority. The vast minority. Does that make sense? Most people in wrestling never win a big tournament. They win matches, but they never win a big tournament. Because there's only 3 spots on the podium. How many people are there? This is why I want to work with Wade on this belt system. Just like all the guys in your dojo that might be badasses, gym wrestlers. I was a gym wrestler. I loved it. I beat some really good guys in gym matches, just fooling around, but legit, and challenge matches and stuff. But I never had a good coach to help me overcome the problems of performing at a tournament. But I'm going to be real. I've done more for the sport of wrestling than most that have won. They win and then they bail. Now there's great guys like Jordan Burroughs and these other guys have done tremendous things. But what I'm saying is that where is the recognition for guys? Well, that's the same thing with a black belt. So now we're going to be really helping people earn that respect that they deserve. Does it make sense? Super excited about this. But you have to grind, whether it's wrestling or business. You have to grind. I see Amar trying to get in here. I don't know how to do that. And I'm streaming on another platform and they won't be able to hear or see you. So that's why I don't have the Instagram live requests. But you can always text me, in the comments and I'll bring up whatever it is you want. Young Steezy says to Nature Man Skate, we ain't make jack unless we go pro, fool. Well, that's the point, right? Is you have to go pro at some point. And this is the other challenge. What I do like about MMA is it's given a place for wrestlers to go and actually make money, right? Yeah, people don't like to hear this, man. Everybody's against like socialized medicine. I'm against it. Against socialism, I'm against it. I think it's stupid. It's proven historically to be stupid. Anybody who's ever studied economic science, the actual data, it don't work. But wrestling is socialized right now. And scientific wrestling is the first and only people right now, until everybody copies me and rips me off like the Mace Bell and stuff too. But we're the only ones trying to commercialize, bring wrestling to the marketplace. Challenge is it's hard. It's harder than jiu-jitsu. You start standing. You don't lay down. You actually lose if you lay down on your back. And we've added submissions, so hybrid wrestling. Anyway, yeah, PR Ajual, stop trying to get in on this conversation. I don't, unless you don't understand the language, which is fine, I'll just ignore you. But I'm not bringing you in because I told you there's technical problems with it. So anyway, yeah. So guys, grind. You got to do it. Get a sense of humor, sense of purpose, sense of money. Set big targets. Prospect your ass off. Early to bed, early to rise, work like hell, and advertise. I just created a whole marketing platform called RevEngine.ai. It stands for Revenue Engineering. RevEngine.ai. What does it do? You sign up with me. I have a client software company. They do custom development and documenting of processes and improvement of processes for big enterprise clients like automotive companies and whatnot, insurances, banks. I didn't even make that. I'm teaching them marketing. I'm teaching them sales. Okay. So they can create their own economy. So they're not hammered by bent over the barrel because they only have one or two clients. I gave them something like 100, 150 leads because my AI went out and scraped all the internet leads. I can do that for you. Do you need leads? Do you need leads? I told you at the beginning of this, the most important thing, those who have control of the leads control your business. I have a client today I was working with. He is a PT, a physical therapist. And, he makes like 50, 60 bucks an hour. Okay. But he's trading his time for money. And there's only so much time. He's got 5 kids with 3 different baby mamas. He's got a lot of money issues. Okay. Like child support and stuff. And I was like, well, okay, you've got 18, almost 20 years of experience as physical. You're an expert. And I get it. You're burnt out and you're doing all this stuff. You're making 50 bucks an hour. The company that is giving you the clients doing the leads and stuff, they're probably making 10 times what, or more, probably 20 times what they're giving you. You learn how to go and get these clients. You keep all the money. And in fact, now you could start hiring other people to do what you do and you keep all the money, pay them 50 bucks. Now you're making real money. You follow me? All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Like I said, I got a bunch of crap I got to do. My wife is hustling, doing crazy cool business deals out at Disneyland right now. And so I got to go look after my kids. I appreciate you. Amar 7987 Jeet. Sir, your Instagram reel is very interesting. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Everything is obviously because this is somebody on Instagram for the Scientific Wrestling page, because I can't stream on this platform. I have to use this other one. I try to find all the funny, cool wrestling stuff to keep people like pumped up and excited about the sport and really want to grow and participate. The marketing that I've done with Scientific Wrestling, we're at 70,000 followers. I've added maybe almost, I want to say it's 50,000 followers in the last 6 months. Just because I started using this AI to pump things up and automation and various other marketing strategies. Okay. So if I can help you, or if there's somebody that maybe, I skew young, there's my key demographic. I know all these things. Do you know what your key demographic? Do you even have a demographic? You got to figure this out. You got to know your own brand even. I skew, mine is 95% male and 22 to 45-year-olds. Boom. That is my demographic. I also know that you guys tend to show up at noon. That's why I stream when I do between 11 o'clock and 1. I know all this because I want to reach as many people. Why? Because people are money. So I don't know if this is sinking in. I hope it does. The problem here is that I'm doing this as a service. I don't get paid to do this. I am hoping that you will refer me to somebody. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your uncle. Their business is struggling. I will help them. You've got another thing you guys have to do is you have to stop thinking about price. Prices change. You got to start thinking in terms of ROI. So this is also another thing where you have to invest. Start thinking like an investor. You've got to start thinking about ROI. So, okay, if I were to tell you that coaching with me is $2,000 a month, and I only do it on a 12-year or 12-month contract, it's a $25,000 agreement. Okay, now that's out of reach for a lot of you, but it's not for my clients. Does that make sense? Because they're not looking at the price. They're looking at, okay, I pay this guy $25,000 and he fixes our systems and shows us how to make money. That could be $2.5 million. So now you get like 1,000% return. Yeah, let me just ask you a question. If I said to you, listen, man, you give me $100,000, and the second you give me that $100,000, I'll give you $5 million. How many of you guys would say no? I would hope at zero. Because if somebody comes up to you and it's a legit deal, and they say, I'm going to give you, you give me $100,000, I'll give you $5 million. That's an ROI deal. That's what comes of professional development. It's an investment in yourself. This is what traditionally why people spend $50,000 or $100,000 on college in the hopes that they get the money back. Well, that system's broken. We live in the information age. That's an old system from before the internet. Now I can do better than your professor who never made more than $55,000, $60,000 a month or a year reading out of some textbook, and he never started a business. Dude, I've been an entrepreneur, earning money, not from a paycheck, since 2006. Living by my wits through 3 global financial crises. I started in 99. That was my first venture, but I did still have a job until I got the guts. It took a minute. And I committed and I jumped. Never looked back. Same with my wife, both of us, she and I. It's stressful sometimes. But so is having a job with some jerk boss breathing down your neck or some annoying coworker. You just got to say, what problems do I want to have? I'm a free human being. I know how to fish. I don't got to wait for somebody to give me a fish. That makes sense? So, guys, I am here to help you. If I can help you, hit me up. You can hit me up in the DMs. You can call me. I am not hard to get a hold of. I am the one that answers all the DMs too. I'm a freak, man. I do it all. You should see my calendar. My calendar is ridiculous. Literally like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So, Mr. Jack Bird, Jordan Burroughs, best wrestler of all time, yay or nay? In what sense? Does he have the best record? I mean, he's like, what is it, 7-time world champ? He's up there. I kind of, it's hard to say because there's other criteria sometimes that are involved. But Jordan Burroughs is most certainly up there probably on the Mount Rushmore. You know, the Mount Rushmore would probably be like, oh man, this is a hard one. I would say for my own personal, like folk style, freestyle guy, probably obviously Wade Chalice, probably Dan Gable. Man, it's like Burroughs or Cale Sanderson. I don't know. And then Dave Schultz. But that's me. Somebody else might have other criteria. That would be my top 4. Mark Schultz, obviously close, but I think what Dave did was bigger in a bigger domain. I think Mark was like an unreal athlete, like superhuman. That guy is crazy. I don't know if that helps. All right, guys. It's you guys that keep me hanging around. When you keep throwing up comments and whatnot, that's Howie said on Facebook says, number one, thanks, coach. I'll be in contact. If I can help you, I will, man. I've got different tiers where you can get in. For you guys, like I said, to get in on Cardone U, it's like $100 a month ish, something like that. I have to go look at the paperwork, but that is because that doesn't come with the coaching. That's you doing the work. Okay, but it is amazing, dude. Greg Cardone is a true genius and a great guy. The danger blanket. Do you think Gable is a candidate if he comes back and wins another national title or the Olympics? Dude, I mean, there's so many good guys, dude. There's so many good guys. And this is why the black belt system has to be out there. This is the thing that I've learned as I've begun to hang out with these top tier people. They tell me these stories about these guys nobody's heard of. And it's sad. Because, obviously there's the guys that everybody knows, and that's great. And they are goats. But there's a lot of goats that nobody ever heard of. That's the sad fact. When you get deep on something, you start learning how it really works. And I don't know, man. There's a lot of really fabulous people out there. Amar 7987 Jeet. Okay, sir. Good night. See you tomorrow at this time. I will try to get on. I don't even know, man. My schedule is so ridiculous. We'll see. Man, all you guys requesting to get in. Okay, listen. I would love to have you on the call, but this is just one channel I stream to. I have another streaming service that sends out to about 20 different channels, like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these other channels. So if I bring you in, they can't hear. So I ain't going to do it. Make sense? If you got some, say in the chat. I'm very good about, you could call me names. You could say I'm an idiot. I will bring it up. I don't care because I can defend myself. I'll bury you. Dude, if you guys, how many of you guys have followed me long enough back when I had my own radio show, 2011, 2014, that era? It was mental self-defense radio. I don't know if you guys were listening back then, dude. Like, I used to get the craziest callers. And my show, honestly, was like a comedy show. It was kind of a political show, and I think politics is trash. I don't care. They're all trash. I think parties are trash. I think 99% of the politicians are trash. They should all probably be put in jail, honestly, for what they've done. But I used to get people out there, man, and they used to try to get me. And to me, again, you got to have a sense of humor, man. I used to run circles around these people. I'm going to get a little older. I'm not as sharp as I used to be, but I could still bury guys. It's so fun, man. Yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have old shows on there. And most of those shows are not the ones where I'm like teasing these people. Most of those shows are where I had really great guests. I mean, I had the bassist for Nirvana, Chris Novoselic was on there. Jesse Ventura. Who else did I have? I can't remember all the big names, but a lot of authors because I'm also a bit of a book nerd. Anyway, oh man, now you guys are getting political. Oh Lord. Young Steezy 445. You think we're going into World War III? Listen, dude, here's all I'm going to say. I'm a statistician and I crunch real risks. I don't look at the news to tell me what's actually going to kill me. Your biggest risk as an American, I hate to break this to you, is the medical establishment. Something called iatrogenic harm. They break up the stats. This is where they're sketchy, right? And how they lie and manipulate you. Number one leading cause of death for Americans is cardiovascular disease. Number two is cancer. Number three is death by doctor. It's called iatrogenic harm, medical malfeasance. I've almost died of it. But the funny thing is if now they separate out medical malfeasance or iatrogenic harm or death by doctor from pharmaceutical side effects. If you combine those, it becomes the number one cause of death in the United States. That's your real risk. I say that to your question about World War III because your number two risk is nuclear holocaust. That's a real risk. All these people trying to ban guns, they're morons. They're innumerate. Like what illiteracy is to reading, innumeracy is to numbers. These people are stupid. They don't understand numbers. They don't understand statistics. They don't understand risk. Guns, self-defense, things like that are very, very So let's think of self-defense. How many people who study MMA or grappling go out and kill somebody with it? Like very, very minimal. Sure, some people, should we ban MMA and grappling because a few idiots choke some people to death? No, it's the same with guns. I'm not meaning to get political, but this is just reason and logic. It's not even complicated. But yeah, nuclear war is always a risk. It's been a risk for a long time. I'm very excited. Actually, the day before my birthday, tomorrow, actually, I need to get tickets, is Oppenheimer. I read that book. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning book, American Prometheus, that it's based on. I'm excited about that because that really, to me, that movie will really explain the true risk that the world is in. I don't think people truly understand that. World War III is a problem. and to me, having a complete senile, blathering idiot who's also completely corrupt, and I mean Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. I'm not partisan. I don't like Republicans or Democrats. I didn't like Trump either. But Biden, with his finger on the nuclear button, and it's not even his, he's gone. He's like a ghost in a shell. Okay? Having him have his finger on the nuclear button is a real, or whoever it is that's around him, like freaking cackling crazy woman Kamala Harris. Are you guys insane? You guys let that idiot to be second in charge? I mean, oh my God. This is the problem. Honestly, everybody, and here's another controversial thing everybody's going to have a hard on about, but democracy sucks. You want a Bill of Rights. You want unalienable rights. I can speak freely, defend myself, have privacy. You can't infringe on those things, right? That's what you want. You don't want to be ruled by a popularity contest. That's where we're at, and it's corrupted anyway. A popularity contest is how you get the prom king and prom queen. I don't want them making decisions about nuclear war. That is not a way to determine if somebody's qualified. You're better off. See, I like the Anti-Federalists. There's the Federalist Papers, and then there's the Anti-Federalists. Anti-Federalists were responsible for the Bill of Rights. They said, we're not ratifying the Constitution unless you include a Bill of Rights. They're also the ones responsible for trial by jury. So you get accused of something, you don't go above in front of some rando, and you don't know them or they don't know you, and they make a judgment about your life. You get a jury of your peers. And if your peers don't agree, you get off. Like there's a whole thing on like jury nullification. I don't know if you ever read that. You should look it up. It's totally controversial, but it's true. And it's the purpose of a jury system. You guys should never try to get out of jury duty. It's like you hope that you get good people in the jury system because it's going to keep you out. We have a mass incarceration epidemic. We have like 1/5 of the world's population, but 25%, 1/4 of the world's prison population. 25%. Like we have 1/20th. I'm sorry, we have 5% of the world's population. 1/20th or something. It's like insane, dude. And it's because of these problems like this that the founding fathers were trying to solve and did a decent job, but it was the first time, and there's people finding holes and ways to scheme. You'd be better off having a lottery system to elect executives like the president and stuff. I know you think that's crazy, but it would be better than voting. Okay, Matheson 79, Donald Trump and RFK Jr. #1. Yeah, dude, not Trump. The reason here's what I did like about Trump. I think he's an idiot. He's very savvy. Okay, but I also think he's kind of a moron. He got duped by Fauci. He tried to do. I like that he was an outsider and really showed the whole fake news thing and that the establishment was a facade and that it's all bullshit. I like that. But him as a leader, he's not good. I like RFK Jr. a lot, honestly. And honestly, if we can get him all the way, this would be the first Democrat I voted for. Dude, like I think this guy is great. He's got guts. I'm not saying I agree with him on everything, but he's got guts. He argues well. He's willing to debate. All these people, all they got is slander and libel. He's willing to get up and have a rational. He's a brilliant defense attorney. I love the work that he's done to protect against pollution and stuff like that. And so I think he's fantastic, honestly. Right now, he's probably my favorite guy. Young Steezy, banned to nukes. You ain't going to ban him, dude. Genie's out of the bottle on that one. What's up, Marco? Young Steezy, you got to be smart knowing what you can do. Swear bro can't even speak for himself. Yeah, dude, he's a problem. Move X Shear, how to start wrestling. Just like how do you start a business or how do you get a date? You got to get out there. You got to mess up. You got to be willing to fail. You got to get beat up a little bit. Dude, I got beat up a lot. I got beat up like a lot, man. I got one carotid artery. I got beat up so much. I only got one pipe putting oxygen to this brain. Young Steezy. Well, First Amendment forever. Yeah, dude, First Amendment. But if you don't have a Second Amendment, you won't have a First Amendment for long. You know that, right? All right, guys. I see you guys are all petering out on the comments. I'm getting out of here before anybody gets me embroiled in the conversation again. I appreciate you. Hit me up in the DMs if I can help you. Show up, dude. Show up to Coach and Catch. Become a Scientific Wrestling affiliate. Get the season pass. Save money. Come on, be smart. Go out there, make some money, get known, learn business, learn marketing, learn sales, be a pro, dude. I want you guys all to be pro at what you do. I could be considered a pro in the wrestling, grappling, fight business, right? I could be considered a pro in the software business because I get money because I provide value. That's what you got to do. Matheson 79. Even if Trump was a Catch Wrestling fan, I don't care. Dude, there's so many Catch Wrestling fans that I'm glad they're fans, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for them. What kind of, are you insane? That doesn't transfer. I'm not just going to support some guy because he's a fan of wrestling and give him the keys to the nuclear button. Like I said, he was better than Hillary, but it's like, I'm right-handed, so having my left hand get chopped off is better than my right. Like, you're still getting a hand chopped off. It's still stupid, right? All right, guys. I appreciate you. I'm out of here. Have a killer weekend. I'm going to go see Oppenheimer. Hit me up in the DMs. Send this show, by the way. All my shows are on YouTube. I have a bunch of them. I talk about topics like this all the time on how to help people. I try to get back because I am literally scheduled back to back. So one of these days I'm going to get a printout of my schedule, show you guys what my life is like. Not to show off and not even to shame you, but maybe to shame you a little bit to like get going, dude. I'm 50 years old and I grind harder than most 20-year-olds I meet. And that's a problem. That's a problem, dude. They can grind harder than me and they don't. I mean, that's just how it is. It happens in wrestling too. These young dudes are all soft, man. Young Steezy, just give us a president who got common sense. Yeah, problem is man, they're all compromised. Like they're all blackmailed and they're all like threatened by these bigger shadowy types, man. Matheson 79, love you. Thanks, bro. Love you back. I don't really know you, but I appreciate the love, bro. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to do what I can. Don't participate in the recession. Give it a try. Just test what I'm saying, but you got to give it a good try. You got to commit. Work hard. Go meet people. Ask them how you can help them. Get some money. Don't be afraid. Know your value. Believe in yourself. The only way, if you got salespeople, by the way, I'm going to give you a freebie here. If you got salespeople, you run a business, and maybe you're the salesperson, and they can't close deals, it's because they don't believe in the product, or they don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe in the company. And you need to figure out which one that is. Easy to figure out if they believe in the product. Are the people selling your product, have they ever bought it? Now, in some cases, like enterprise software sales and big deals, they can't do that. But do they believe in your product? Would they buy it? Okay. Would they buy from themselves? If they were in a multiverse situation, they saw themselves, but they didn't know it was them, would they buy from them? These are things that need to be worked on and figured out and discovered. These are just problems to fix. It's not some huge indictment, but if you don't know, if you can't diagnose things, you can't fix it, you can't cure it. And I'm talking about curing things, not managing the symptoms like this medical establishment BS. You got to cure it. Okay. But most of this stuff with business, because it's with people, is mental, is a mindset problem. You need somebody who knows to show you these tricks that they've accumulated over time. That's what I'm trying to do. And this thing, I can give general advice, but that's why my coaching, I can specifically tell you about you and get invested in your life. And now you actually have somebody. Why do you think every pro athlete has a coach? Why do you think actors have professional acting coaches? Because they need somebody invested in them to win. And your mommy and daddy, they're sick of you. They got their own lives. You have to take charge. You have to do it. You have to hire somebody to help you. You can't do it all yourself. This is something I learned late. I was my own biggest roadblock because I tried to do everything. And there's only so much me to go around. I can't reach enough. I can't get big enough without other people on the mission. You've got to find those like-minded people. All right, dude, this is going way too long. I got to go.